Hello, welcome to my channel. Apa ngabisin waktu luang aja? Kalau loginnya nggak ada. Oh, ada kok, tenang. Shadow Witch. Karakternya nggak begitu banyak. Ya recap ya, kemarin itu kita mencoba mencari artefak. Nggak mencari sih, ngambil artefak dari Hydra ya, yang isinya itu salah satu barang yang milik si Doctor Strange juga. Lalu kita bertemu dengan rohnya si Agatha, di mana yang dia ngarahin kita ke suatu pintu, di mana pintu itu dilarang sama caretaker ya. Dan akhirnya kita bisa masuk ke sana dan jalin trial, memperkuat diri kita yang ditemani oleh Charlie si anjing merah. Dan misi terakhir kemarin kalau nggak salah itu uh, berhentiin helikopter Hydra biar nggak terbang, yang dimana kita berusaha berteman dengan Magic. Wah, Magicnya masih di sana, tapi itu susah sekali. So mari kita lanjutkan cerita pada episode kali ini. Common room hangout, oke. Room upgrade. Ini aja. Ada roti. Dimakan nggak ya? Nggak bisa. Charlie.
You are the best girl. You know that, right?
Mana di mana 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 mana. Hihi. Few heroes are with okay. With who? With who? With who?
Hey, for someone they just dug up, you.
Ada siapa lagi sih?
I gotta hand it to us. We made one heck of a mess out there.
I need to get something off my chest.
Go for it.
I can't stand vampire movies.
Why not?
Why do you think? They take vicious killers and present them as tragic and misunderstood.
Perhaps vampires are making movies about themselves to garner sympathy.
I used to think so. I spent a month in Los Angeles running it down.
And?
Maybe back in the day, but now, studios throw anything at the wall to see what sticks. That's all.
Is that why there are movies about, what did Nico call them? Sparkle vampires?
You know, I didn't hate those movies. Thought I would.
Why not?
Sparkle vampires don't exist. For me, it was fiction. Although I did root for the werewolves. Didn't expect to have that much fun.
Open the library door.
Always on the hunt.
Is it? Ah, ini dia. Hai. Salah.
She does not see it happening.
Ini dia.
I'm glad to see you're getting comfortable with the words of power, Hunter. If you're going to continue our little investigation of the Abbey, they'll be vital to your success.
Investigation?
A side project, but a potentially transformative one. With my blessing.
Just what in the hell do you think you're doing in here?
Standing in the library?
I've given you free rein so you could get back on your feet. But I never thought you'd pull something like this.
What is it you think I am doing exactly?
Don't be coy. It does not suit you. I
Bukunya
told you how
melayang.
hard it's been since we lost Agatha. Instead of letting it rest, you decide to reopen the wound?
Oh, Sarah, I never thought of this place like that.
Of course you didn't. And now it's done. Why should I ever stand in your way?
Ribut.
That anger wasn't meant for you, dear. You know that, right? Don't hold it against Sarah.
She may try to mask her feelings, but you know she is struggling with what happened. Why are you hiding from her?
For most people, the captivating relationships of their lives are formed over a matter of days and years. Sarah and I spent centuries together exploring this world, fighting the darkness, watching cities and even nations form and then crumble. And yet we persevered together.
You still have not answered my question.
It may be difficult to understand, but she needs this time. Sending Wanda away, sealing the library, that elaborate memorial she conjured up, she didn't waste any time trying to bury what happened.
You are right. I do not understand.
It isn't up to me to reveal myself. It's up to her to accept what happened and allow herself to grieve. When that happens, we'll see each other again, but not before.
I trust you will do what is right for Sarah. So, what is it you are looking at here?
Yes, we should get back to the real reason I asked you to meet me here. Wanda's journal. The Abbey grounds have a great deal of history. Many of its secrets remain hidden, even after all this time.
Even to you.
Even to me. Wanda had taken to exploring the grounds in search of a strange energy we both sensed. Knowing that Sarah had no intention of waking you to investigate, Wanda felt it was up to her to take your place. Of course, being the clever girl that she is, her notes are written in an ancient, transient cipher that I've only just begun to understand. Have a look at the first entry.
Tadi suruh membaca jurnalnya Wanda. Wanda Hamidah. Okay. Can remove. Itu, read. Nah, crystal that mail. Oke. Bisa diartiin. Iya, lagi. Baca, read lagi. The ancient, the hidden. Oke. Sedang. Never mind. Read. Banyak, males. Oke, bye. Kalau banget ya orang mas baca ya. Not from Agatha, thought will the last to stand before the attack. Hunter, for one moment more, you'll be horrified at the idea of a monument to you. But you just have to allow us our little indulgence. I know that you love Gideon's cross. Okay lah. Emang mau dilepas? Apa dilepas? June 3, 1710. My precision, feeling I have not now for centuries. I want her by my side. Then I wish for her to join me for what coming years. Thought I admit that it may be selfish of I find myself in very positioning I once criticism and just lilithful, and it brings me shame as blood descendants were not meant to bring children into this world or love another as she did. As I love Agatha, was I wrong to judge Lilith so heavily? Well, I'm wrong now. It's how to face I have found myself wanting to be with Agatha just as Lilith fell with Gregor and their child, to have a family to love and serius ih, bisa lompat dulu.
There's something you need to read.
You said something earlier about the blood.
In a world full of mysteries, the blood have managed to remain even more mysterious than most. They were an ancient race, said to be born of the elder gods. As I understand it, they were very strict about maintaining their bloodline. That's probably why you don't hear about them very often. And yet, here you are, one of their direct descendants.
Are there others?
It's quite possible. But even if there are, they might not even know it themselves. Somehow, I take comfort in that.
What they do not know cannot hurt them.
Indeed.
After our last battle, what happened to Lilith?
You were in the woods. You and your mother obviously came to blows, but we found no wounds, no evidence of what happened at all. A silent, deathly embrace between mother and child. We had hoped you would both find peace in the next life.
But she is not buried here.
No. We entrusted her to the Knights of Wondergore, the ancient protectors of your ancestral homeland in Transia. I don't think they ever expected to contend with an organization like Hydra, and I doubt Lilith spared any who survived her reawakening.
Let's move. Ooh.
I'm sure it still seems a bit cryptic, but Wanda was definitely on to something. If you remember my altar, that's where she was conducting her experiments.
An investigation that involves experiments. Why do I feel like you are going to get me into trouble?
Since when has that ever stopped you? Let's meet out at the altar. I'll try to do a better job of explaining from there. Charlie will show you the way if you've forgotten.
Charlie, belum bisa dibuka. Charlie mana Charlie, ayo ajarin, anterin, ajarin. Mana Charlie itu Charlie. Oh iya, masih kita buka.
Noble Oshter guides my hand.
Like most things on the grounds here, there's more to this place than meets the eye. Do you remember the words I taught you as a child?
Are you going to make me say it?
Humor an old, dead woman.
Hocus pocus.
You haven't lost your touch, dear. The words may be simple, but these plinths won't appear for just anyone. Each represents one of the basic elements, their power activated only by the elemental rods they would normally be holding.
And where are the elemental rods now?
Scattered to the wind, unfortunately. A side effect of Wanda's experiments here.
Let me guess.
That's right. I want you to find the missing rods and return them here. Hopefully, as I decipher Wanda's journal, her notes will aid in the search.
But you have not actually told me what the greater purpose is here. What are we doing this for?
All in good time, dear. After what happened with Wanda, I'd rather you take things slowly. In fact, I don't want you overthinking this little project. There's no rush, and you don't have to help if you don't feel like it. But there is one more thing before I head back to the library.
Key.
An arcane key?
Just a little something. A token for your efforts so far. The key can be used to open that chest nearby. Like so many other oddities around here, those chests tend to appear before those who deserve them most. Make yourself that person.
That seems intentionally vague.
It's more fun that way, isn't it? I'll be in the library working on the translations if you need me, dear. Good luck.
Panggil. Yeay, bisa buka peti. Ini apa sih? Oh. Oh, God. Dua ke peti. Yeay. Apa begitu sih? Chicken mushroom. The Quiet Forest. Apa nih? Nggak tahu deh, yuk kita puyang. Kita puyang. Itu ambil lagi.
Blessings of the goddess.
Whispering.
This looks like a fairy ring. There are cracks in this wall. Gods are fickle.
Apa itu? Apa ambil? Itu apa? Itu apa?
An elemental rod. I should take this back to the altar.
Mari kita kembalikan ke altar. Sini.
Perhaps I should try this somewhere else.
Sini.
Old magic still holds.
Ngapain sih gue? In the moonlight. Hoho. Gila, hutan menyeramkan. Wheel of Fortune. Ih, ya apa? Wah, nyala matanya.
Grave of Jeremiah Cain, another host of the Spirit of Vengeance. I wonder if he was as conflicted as Robbie is about being a Ghost Rider. is one of the elemental rods.
Ngapain gue? Hujan, musuh angin.
I needed that.
Are you really need that? That?
This does not work. The patterns do not match. What was Wanda up to here?
Udah nih. Heaven. Babbling Brook. Kayak Babbling Brook. Udah kadang gitu. Pakai pot, pakai inspect.
This is which sign?
Gue ngomong ngapain sih sebenarnya? Hey, I found nggak tahu. Finally. Let's run. Oh, mobilnya Robby. Nice wood. Mobilnya Robby.
Oster smiles upon me.
Semua kok pungut ini. Sudahlah ya, mari kita. Aduh enak. Oh yeah. Oke. Liatin bis.
I see you found one of the elemental rods.
Two.
If you'd like to keep going, you may keep searching for more.
That's it.
Feeling well today, dear?
What would Wanda want with your
What can I
altar?
say? I was one of them, and so was Wanda. Caretaker, not so much. But I see it again in you, Hunter.
So you encouraged her exploration?
Of course. Why wouldn't I? What good is being as powerful as we are if we're just going to spend all our time cooped up within these walls? What's the worst that could happen? You got me there, dear.
What do you know about the moon seals?
Presumably forged by the gods themselves, I like to think of a moon seal as both a lock and a key. With the right power, wielded by the right person, the energy of the seal is unleashed, creating a conduit to the Elder Gods.
And I am that right person.
Just another benefit of being descended from the blood. Lucky you, dear.
Where did the words of power come from?
While I often call them blessings or gifts of the old gods, the words of power are actually powerful invocations tuned to the unique energies found in descendants of the blood.
And Caretaker used the words as well.
Of course, dear. Sarah used the words of power on the Abbey grounds just as you do today. Many of the areas you encounter that seem receptive to these spells are actually the result of Sarah's frequent undertakings.
I'm still looking for that shit.
What is this? Interesting. Ah, I see.
No.
The goddess of order approves.
My own journal.
Curious. Intriguing.
Ini orang naruh journal sembarangan gimana sih ceritanya?
I
Unknown
was always
grave.
drawn to this place as a child, but somehow I had almost forgotten about it. Fascinating.
Takut. The Wooded Overlook. Oke. Jadi tuh di sini kita harus nyari apa tuh kayak tadi kayak center bentukannya. Gue baru ketemu dua. Untuk
This rubble
altar
looks loose.
ya, altar.
Was I ever really this innocent? Maybe before I started my training.
Oh my god. Kayak kunci lagi.
Perhaps a witch from the Salem Coven made this.
Today we have my level. I continue work on foundation in this worship, and I was calling for this reason and first
That is something.
there is something in the way you look at me. Yeah, nyanyi gue. Ini tangga menuju kemana, ambil. Oh bisa. Oh. Mari kita buka.
She believes in our purpose.
Wow.
My old fort. I never got the chance to truly know my mother. Only the monster she became.
Gue bingung, jurnalnya nggak hancur ya?
The standing stones. There is powerful magic at work here.
Ada pantai. Jujur, aku tak sengaja.
I need to find the next moon seal.
Oh.
The great seer known as Endra Moore is buried here. Much like Nico, her powers came dangerously close to crossing the line, but she was among the most loyal of the Midnight Suns. Fascinating.
Oke. Ah, siapa sih lu? Hei. Lilinnya nggak bisa habis. Gue yakin juga masih tinggal ini. Ada. Bangke, kaget gua. Game apa sih ini? Lah. Hilang. Harusnya kan di sini ada ya.
Caretaker hardly spoke of him, but I like to imagine my father was a great hero whose spirit protected these woods.
Nggak bisa dibuka juga.
I should have known you'd wind up here eventually. You were somehow always here as a child.
If only I had known him. And still you masked even this from me. My own father's grave?
It wasn't you I was hiding it from. I've been making a lot of apologies to you lately. Now, they probably don't mean that much. But I am sorry, Hunter. Lilith's relationship with your father went against our ways, our purpose, or so I believed at the time. It was the Elder Gods themselves who first breathed life into us. Human notions like falling in love couldn't possibly be part of their plan.
And then you met Agatha.
If only I'd realized it sooner. I might have been a little kinder towards him, especially at the end.
What happened?
A great sickness came upon this area just before you were born. Your father was one of the first to fall.
With all your power, the two of you could not save him?
Lilith was a gifted healer, but this was no ordinary plague. The corruption went beyond his physical body. In the end, there was nothing we could do.
What did Lilith do?
She did what anyone would have done. She grieved. But in her grief, she lost herself, and her grief turned into anger.
Is that when you took me from her?
It wasn't long after that. Things started to fall apart before my eyes. I couldn't see another way out but to run.
A plague that turned her into the mother of demons?
No, this was something else, but cut from the same cloth. Your mother was no longer the woman I knew. The sister I had fought alongside for centuries. She was gone.
I've never heard you talk this way before, Sarah.
It's hard to walk the grounds here without churning up so many old memories. Maybe now you understand why I don't venture out here that often anymore.
You were not affected by the plague?
We were all affected, whether we were among the sick or not. I'm sure there was a time when your mother and I both would have just as soon joined the dead than continue to watch the villagers suffer.
I cannot imagine you ever reaching that point.
Lilith may have been the most skilled herbalist in the New World. I saw her perform near miracles with the potions she concocted from the plants in her garden. She was consumed by the idea of finding a cure.
But she never found one.
No, despite her efforts, nothing ever worked.
I can see how that would be a dark time for both of you.
With darker times still to come.
Thank you, Sarah. Your timing may need work, but I appreciate the honesty.
Anything for you, Hunter. anything.
If only it were
Jadi
always this
ini
easy to bring a
makam
family together.
bapaknya.
Careful now. I'm glad to see you're coming out of your shell after all these years.
Bagus begini. Taruh aja deh.
Tell me about my father.
Believe it or not, you could thank your father for those good looks of yours. There is a striking resemblance.
I only have the faintest memory of him. What was he like?
He was honest, a working man, you could say, authentic. Of course, I still didn't like him, but that wasn't really his fault. I'm old enough to admit that now.
But he loved my mother?
He loved her, and she was smitten with him. As the story goes, they were happy together. For a time.
Until I came along?
You were an unexpected gift, but a welcome one. Your father was very proud.
I wish I could talk with him now.
I know that feeling all too well, kiddo.
Thank you. Wait, the watch bacanya. Oh iya, gitu ya. Oke. Wih, itu. Set. Satu tarot.
I see you found another of our mystic landmarks. These are the Standing Stones. Your ancestors among the blood used them to converse with the Elder Gods.
Anjay, siapa
How does
tuh?
that work?
Members of the blood would gather among the stones and enter a sort of meditative trance. They say the gods would hear their thoughts, but the blood never knew for sure who was listening on the other end. Some of the older texts refer to a series of glyphs etched on the stones, but at first glance they seem to have been scoured clean by time itself.
Could they still be revealed somehow?
You read my mind, Hunter. I suspect the glyphs are still here. They just need the right words of encouragement, if you catch my meaning.
So, what would I do right now?
This is a little cryptic.
It's a clue. Don't worry if you can't solve her riddles all at once. I'll translate new clues every night.
But the Abbey grounds are huge. How will I know where to look?
You used to love running around these grounds as a child. If you need a refresher, study your map.
Baru dapat 2.
Locking painful memories behind closed doors is a very Russian thing to do. All right, it's a me thing to do.
goddess must be busy.
Bingung gue kemana. Anjir. Mana ini gue nyarinya ya?
Kesini nggak bisa. Kekuatan lainnya. Susahnya nyari ini. Kemarin jadi di Oliskur tuh habis maghrib sih. Bebas kecuali Valorant dan game-game lainnya. Nggak mau Valorant. Sampai bingung gue. PUBG boleh tuh PUBG. Jangan yang pakai aiming apa?
So let's get started. The first rod of air is over here. So we're gonna go get it. We're gonna run down this way. We're gonna use our word of power. Then we're gonna run left, left, and boom.
Cek udah dapat.
Air rod is acquired. So we'll put that in the altar at the end. Case once weather system comes out. Okay, next rod is water. Water is by the over here. We can relax. Hiding right under branch thingy. So we're gonna run down here. Show you exactly where to go. So we just go near this little branch. If we go left,
Mana udah dapat juga.
next rod is the rod of fire. It's actually we have a good shower here. So we're gonna
Dalam rumah. Mari kita cari. Gua nggak cek dalam rumah sih. Oh iya,
Just what I was looking for.
fire.
crypt. So
Noble Oshter guides my hand.
PUBG nggak masalah sih.
Another elemental rod.
Kalau kayak apa namanya? Apa sih namanya tuh? Valorant ogah gua.
One more to go. There, finished.
Hah? Gipari tuh diajak buy one follow tuh Gip.
The moon seals are ancient talismans of the old gods. And in your case, they are the keys to unlocking an even greater gift.
Is that why Wanda was here? In pursuit of this gift?
Just as we started with you as a child, I allowed Wanda to experiment here, with the hope of focusing her
Nah, itu dia gua nggak
powers
tahu tuh
through
siapa tuh.
training in basic elemental magic.
But that is not what happened.
Wanda's connection to the old gods, to Chthon, was not the same as yours. She isn't descended from the blood, and the trials weren't meant for her.
But you knew this
Badri.
before she started.
I did. And you should understand that I regret not putting a stop to her efforts sooner.
Then what really happened here?
When Wanda tried to use this moon seal to access the next trial, the Bloodgate didn't open, but the seal's power did have an effect. She had visions, both terrible and somehow alluring at the same time. What started as idle curiosity became a compulsion for her.
And now I am on the same path. So, where is the next Bloodgate?
Beyond the Standing Stones, if memory serves. I doubt you'll have any trouble finding it. We may have woken you up to save the world, but just think where the Abbey would be without your efforts, Hunter. The magical energies flowing through the grounds are converging on the altar, drawn to it like moths to a flame.
Bohong
As
banget
a
ngantor.
child, it never occurred to me how important this altar was to you.
Where would a fabled witch be without her various accoutrements? Just as your swords are an extension of your power, so too are my altar, the cauldron, and the library.
And now that the altar has been restored?
It's time we start using them to our advantage. Come by the library tomorrow night, and we'll conjure something together. Oh, and thank you again for the help, dear.
Kayak gua tadi ke coba ya. Coba sini dulu lah. Buka apa Thai. Ini makam gue ini. Ah, benci gue sama Valo, benci banget. Benci sih, cuma nggak suka aja gamenya. Obsidian. Cih, di om gitu nggak tuh laptop gue. Kita ngapain sih nih? Oh itu dia. Gua apa ini? Anjay. Ini apa ini? Jadi serem. Beliin meja dong kakaknya. Enggak, bukan masalah nggak marah-marahnya, bukan.
The second blood gate. I should warn you, Hunter. You may find the trial ahead more difficult than I originally let on. The gods will push you harder, and you might very well fail.
And if I do?
You dust yourself off and you get back in there. Or you train, rethink your approach, and come back later when you feel ready.
And what if I'm hurt? Or worse still, what if something happened to Charlie?
Neither of you will be
Nggak.
harmed, dear. That's
Valorant
not
bukan
what this
game
is
fun.
about. The Elder Gods want to see what you're made of, but they're not out to get you. Well, except Chthon, but you already knew that.
Then I should make an attempt while I'm here.
I'm sure you'll be fine. Just enjoy yourself. You're the only one getting an opportunity like this.
I will do my best.
Oh, and Hunter, I should mention, you'll only be able to make one attempt at the trials per night. Even the old gods grow weary of their children eventually. Good luck.
Begin. Nggak, tetap aja nggak fun. Game nggak fun, itu Valorant.
When many of the elder
Nggak
gods
suka.
were corrupted and became what we would call demons, the god Atum, born from Gaia herself, was set upon our world to slay these monsters. In that sense, the two of you have had a shared purpose. Fight well, Hunter, and you may just honor.
Mampui.
I see not much has changed among the world's fanatics.
Taunted. Ih, ah. Bagus.
Leave some for the rest of us. You have earned this.
Cipokan tuh.
Lilith herself could not best me. What makes you
Masa
think you will fail me back?
marah-marah dong. Gak usah marah-marah dong. Nice one. Punish select hero to destroy. Ada itemnya. That hurt. Ya mati.
Atum was unleashed and made quick work of the demons, but in the process, he became something of a monster. He even became known as the Demogorg, the God Eater.
If this is a cautionary tale, your timing could use some work.
I will not fall again. on our side.
Heal before.
This shall be of great help.
Oh, musuhnya udah habis. No, Charlie.
I'm the only one left standing.
The Elder Gods are clearly aware of Lilith's efforts. These beasts may look like her children, but they're only illusions meant to test her skill.
You were too weak for this fight. I'm impressed. You had your chance to escape. Maybe you do not realize the trouble you are in, friend.
Nyampe lagi.
Oh, sini aja lagi. Bisa. Nggak dia mancing.
I think Blade is
Anjir,
honestly
agak
jealous
hitam
that
nggak
you're
tuh?
getting this extra training in, and with live targets too.
Nggak bisa revive nih. Jauh-jauh deh. Ke dia semua lagi. No. Dah, mungkin sudah waktunya untuk beristirahat ya. How about if I going to here to upgrade something? Gak bisa.
Ada siapa-siapa anjir. Bro, where my room? Can I sleep? Yes, I can sleep.
Ya, sampai di sini saya dulu, Kings, karena ada sesuatu hal yang membuat saya harus berhenti dulu, stop sejenak. Thank you yang sudah mampir buat Givari dan Fajri, thank you banget. And see you in next episode. Bye bye.